There's a moment in the conference room when you hear your own voice, steady, assured, answering questions you barely believed you could. And inside, a whisper asks, "When will they notice?" You've rehearsed the presentation 3 times. Your slides are flawless. Your tone is calm. But your heartbeat knows a different truth. You smile, you nod, you perform certainty like a second language, fluent but never native. And later, alone in your car, the mask drops. The breath you've been holding finally escapes. What no one sees, the quiet, aching suspicion that you're one mistake away from being found out. Not fraudulent, not unqualified. Just waiting for the day your competence stops covering for the fear underneath. This isn't occasional self-doubt, it's imposter syndrome. The persistent belief that your success is accidental, that your abilities are inflated, that any moment now, someone will pull back the curtain and see you as you really are. Psychologists call it the impostor phenomenon. It was first named in 1978 by Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes, who noticed how high-achieving women dismissed their accomplishments as luck, timing, or charm, anything but earned skill. But here's what matters more than the label. This isn't weakness. It's not insecurity in the way we've been taught to think of it. It's intelligence shaped by survival. A nervous system that learned early and well that visibility could mean danger. That confidence without permission might cost you belonging. So you learn to fake it, not to deceive, but to protect. And now, decades later, you're still performing certainty you don't always feel, waiting for a safety that never fully arrives. It usually begins quietly in childhood, not with one dramatic wound, but with 1,000 small moments where your instincts told you, to be loved, you must be careful. Maybe praise arrived inconsistently. Brilliant when you succeeded, invisible when you didn't. You learned that your worth wasn't inherent. It was something you earned, again and again, through achievement. Rest felt like risk. Maybe your caregivers were overwhelmed, distracted, or emotionally unpredictable. You became the steady one, the good girl, the one who didn't need much. And somewhere in that adaptation, you learned that your needs were negotiable, but everyone else's were not. Or maybe you grew up in a culture that taught you a woman's confidence should be soft-edged, apologetic, never too loud. That to be ambitious was to be difficult. That brilliance in a girl should come with humility, disclaimers, self-effacement. You weren't taught to own your competence. You were taught to downplay it, to make others comfortable, to let your achievements speak for themselves, quietly, without your voice attached. These weren't failures of love, they were strategies for belonging. Your nervous system made a calculation. If I shrink my certainty, if I perform just enough but never too much, I'll stay safe. I'll stay loved. And it worked. You did stay safe. You were valued for your care, your competence, your ability to make things easier for everyone around you. But the cost? You learned to doubt the very abilities that kept you afloat. Here's what happens in your brain when imposter syndrome takes hold. Your amygdala, the part of your brain that scans for threat, flags visibility as danger. A presentation, a promotion, a compliment that lingers too long. All of it lights up the same alarm system that once kept you safe in an unpredictable home. Your prefrontal cortex tries to regulate. You're prepared. You know this. But the body has a longer memory than logic does, so your nervous system defaults to what it knows: hypervigilance, overfunctioning, scanning for signs that you've overstepped, that someone is disappointed, that your confidence has made you unlikable. This isn't catastrophizing, it's conditioning. Your body learned that certainty without external validation was risky, that to feel secure in your competence, you needed someone else to confirm it first. And when that confirmation didn't come, or didn't come consistently, your system encoded the message: you can't trust your own assessment. Stay alert. Stay small. It's not a flaw. It's a survival pattern that no longer serves the life you're trying to build. So what does this look like now in your adult life? You might over-prepare for everything, meetings, dates, dinner parties, because winging it feels like inviting failure. Spontaneity isn't freedom, it's exposure. You might deflect compliments instinctively. Oh, it was nothing. I just got lucky. Anyone could have done it. Because accepting praise feels like setting yourself up for disappointment when the truth comes out. You might apologize for things that aren't your fault, for speaking, for needing, for taking up space. Sorry to bother you. Sorry, one quick question. The apology reflex so automatic you don't notice it anymore. You might feel a low-grade dread before moments of visibility. Raising your hand in a meeting, posting your work online, telling someone you're proud of what you've done. Joy feels unsafe. Celebration feels presumptuous. You might stay calm in crisis, steady, capable, the one everyone turns to. But inside, you're monitoring every micro-expression, every shift in tone, cataloging evidence of whether you're doing enough, being enough. You might struggle to set boundaries because saying no feels like confirming you were always too much, too demanding, too difficult. So you say yes when you mean no, and later alone, you resent the yes you gave. You might equate productivity with worth. If you're not achieving, improving, optimizing, you're wasting time. Rest feels like regression. You might mistake anxiety for intuition. That tightness in your chest before a decision, you think it's warning you that something's wrong. But sometimes it's just your nervous system reacting to the unfamiliar sensation of taking up space. You might feel lonely in rooms full of people who respect you, because they respect the version of you that performs confidence, not the one who feels it falter in the silent hours. You might achieve everything you set out to do and still feel like you're fooling everyone. Success doesn't quiet the doubt, it just raises the stakes. The cost of all this isn't failure. You're not failing, you're succeeding, often spectacularly. The cost is that you're succeeding as a stranger to yourself. You've built a life where your competence is visible, but your uncertainty must stay hidden. Where your worth is tied to how little you need, how much you give, how steady you remain when everything around you shifts. And the loneliness that comes with that? It's not because you lack connection. It's because the connection is always mediated through performance. People love what you do for them. But do they know what it costs you? Here's the reframe, and it's gentle. What saved you then is constraining you now. The vigilance that kept you safe in an unpredictable childhood. It's exhausting you in a life where you no longer need to earn the right to exist. The humility that made you palatable, it's keeping you from owning the brilliance that's always been yours. You're not broken. You adapted. And now, you get to choose something different. Witnessing over fixing first. Stop trying to fix the feeling. Imposter syndrome doesn't dissolve because you logic your way out of it. It softens when you stop treating it like evidence of your inadequacy and start treating it like information about what your nervous system learned. So when the doubt arrives, before the presentation, after the compliment, in the quiet of a Sunday afternoon, try this. This is my system remembering when certainty felt dangerous. I'm safe now. This feeling doesn't mean I'm wrong about my abilities. Witness it. Don't fight it. The fight only adds shame to the doubt. And retire the phrase, "It wasn't that bad," when you think about your past. If it shaped how safe you feel in your competence now, it was significant. You're allowed to honor that. Body first, nervous system practices. Your body doesn't trust words yet, it needs experience. Here are 3 micro practices, 30 to 90 seconds each, that teach your system that visibility is safe. 1. Orienting. Before a moment of visibility, a meeting, a difficult conversation, pause. Look around the room. Name 5 things you see. Let your gaze soften. This tells your amygdala, I'm here, I'm present, There's no immediate threat. It interrupts the hypervigilance loop. 2. The long exhale. Your inhale activates your sympathetic nervous system, alert, ready. Your exhale activates the parasympathetic, rest, calm. So when doubt spikes, breathe in for 4 counts and out for 6. Do this 3 times. It's not about calming the thought, it's about calming the body that's amplifying it. 3. Hand over heart. Place your hand flat on your chest. Feel the warmth, the steady beat. Say silently or aloud, I'm here. I'm okay. This is self-soothing that doesn't require belief, just contact. Over time, your system begins to trust that you can be your own anchor. Boundary scripts, verbatim lines. Boundaries feel dangerous when your worth was tied to accommodation. So here are 6 sentences you can use exactly as written. No apology, no over-explanation. With friends, I'd love to support you, and right now I don't have the capacity. Can we revisit this next week? With family, I'm not available to discuss this topic. I'm happy to talk about alternative topic if you'd like. At work, I can take this on, and it'll mean expect. Moves to next week. Which would you prefer? In romance, I need some time to think about this before I respond. Can I get back to you tomorrow? With yourself, not now is a complete sentence. You don't owe your calendar an explanation. General reset. I'm realizing I overcommitted. I need to step back from specific thing. Thank you for understanding. Practice these in the mirror. Say them aloud. Let your body hear your voice, claiming space without softening the edges. Language swaps, from guilt to truth. The words you use shape the nervous system's response. Small shifts, significant impact. Instead of I can't, I'm so sorry, try I'm not available this week. Instead of does that make sense? Apologizing for speaking. Try let me know if you have questions. Instead of I'm probably wrong, but try here's what I'm thinking. Instead of sorry to bother you, thanks for your time. Instead of I just feel like, try I've noticed or my experience has been. These aren't affirmations, they're recalibrations. You're teaching your language to match your competence, not your conditioning. The inner child bridge. Somewhere inside you is the girl who learned that her certainty was too much, her needs too loud, her presence too risky. She's still there, and she's listening. So say this to her as many times as you need to. You didn't deserve to feel unsafe in your own brilliance. You were just trying to belong. You were just trying to be loved. You don't have to perform anymore, not for me. You get to rest now, you get to take up space, you get to be uncertain and still be worthy. This isn't metaphor, it's repair. The adult you is giving the child you the permission that no one else did. If you only remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Your doubt is not evidence of your inadequacy. It's evidence of how early you learned that safety required smallness. You don't need to fix the doubt, you need to stop letting it make your decisions. So what shifts when you stop faking confidence and start building it from the inside out? Peace stops feeling like emptiness and starts feeling like clarity. You're not performing calm anymore, you're living in it, even when uncertainty arrives. Love stops requiring a disguise. The people who stay are the ones who see you uncertain and don't need you to be otherwise. Connection becomes honest, not transactional. Work becomes something you're good at, not something you have to prove you're good at. You can receive feedback without it confirming your worst fear. Competence feels like fact, not fragile fiction. Boundaries stop feeling like rejection and start feeling like self-respect. Saying no doesn't make you difficult. It makes you clear. Joy stops being dangerous. You can celebrate a win without waiting for the other shoe to drop. You can rest without guilt. You can be visible without the exhausting vigilance that used to come with it. You start to notice the difference between intuition and anxiety. Intuition is quiet, grounded, spacious. Anxiety is loud, spiraling, desperate for certainty. And slowly, you learn to trust the quiet voice, the one that's been there all along, beneath the fear. You belong to yourself first. Not because you've earned it through achievement or self-improvement, but because you've stopped negotiating your right to exist. This doesn't mean the doubt disappears. It means the doubt stops running your life. There's a moment, quiet, steady, when you hear your own voice in the conference room, and instead of waiting to be found out, you simply continue. Not because the fear is gone, but because the fear is no longer the loudest thing in the room. You've rehearsed, yes, but this time, you also trust that if you stumble, if you don't have the answer, if the certainty falters, you'll still be exactly who you've always been. Capable, worthy, enough. You smile, you breathe. And later in your car, the exhale isn't relief from performing, it's satisfaction from showing up whole. Peace isn't earned by shrinking, it's kept by being whole. I'd love to know, what part of this felt like a door unlocking for you? Drop a comment below. And if this resonated, share it with someone who might need the reminder that their doubt doesn't define their worth. Take care of yourself. You're doing better than you think.